makes it 19-9. Western Nebraska with the lead. Now we are going to see for the first time Josiah Christopher come in, the 5'6" freshman out of Florida. Hasn't seen action, but Christopher getting a chance here in the first set against Otero. Martinez back to serve. She started the serving in this first set for Western Nebraska, had an error. This one safely in. Short set in the middle, blocked back. Gabriel along with Grady stuff it down, and it's 20-9. Western Nebraska with the lead. Western Nebraska trying to get back on the winning side here as they come in 12-12, and what's had a lot of ups and downs like an elevator. Nice save there by Harris of Otero. Ties her under it. Back set. That'll be Christopher going wide on the other side, trying for her first kill. And the point goes to Otero, so it's 20-10. Western Nebraska leading. Jaden Jenkins will be serving. She had a point and an error the first time she was back there earlier in the set. Puts it deep. Cruz underneath. Martinez short set in the middle, block back. Grady on the swing, tried to get a swipe at it to keep it alive, couldn't, and Otero has the point. 20-11, Western Nebraska leading first set. Deep with this one to Cruz. Long run for Martinez. She gets there, sets it up, and there's the kill by Christopher. Josiah Christopher makes it 21-11. Western Nebraska here in the first set. Now Gabriel to go back and see what she can do from service. She had 4 points earlier in this set. Jumped Western from a 2-all tie to the lead that they have not relinquished. Now the ball, miscommunication by Otero, falls untouched, and it's 22-11 Western Nebraska. Gabriel with 5 service points. We are going to have Tamika Eastman report in. Eastman the other night at Laramie County had a kill and an ace in limited action in that third set. Here's Gabriel deep with it. It would have been out, but it was touched by Bassler, and now not getting it across. Otero will fall behind 23-11. 6 points for Gabriel. There's one thing the other night at LCCC I did not see last night's match against Trinidad. We had NFL coverage on KOLT, but very few hard serves by Western Nebraska in that loss. Long run, it'll be set up. Here's Everett rolling it into the middle. Eastman under it. Martinez will set Gabriel back at the 10-foot line, and that will be stuffed back. That was Custodio with the block, and it's 23-12. Western Nebraska, a comfortable lead right now. Let's see who's going to report to serve. Looks like it'll be Ermak Bisek out of Turkey, who will be serving now for Otero. Bisek, 5 aces on the season. Lefty jumps, puts it deep to Tizer. Martinez short set in the middle. Christopher lobs it deep. Here's the set by Otero. Far side mishit, however. Doesn't clear on the mishit by Mia Mali. And it's set point, Western Nebraska. 24-12, Western Nebraska with the lead here in set number 1. Crowd standing and considering Husker football on. Husker volleyball just finished up. Not a bad crowd on hand. Tizer deep with it to Conlon. Long run. It'll be set up by Bisek, and nobody goes for it after that. Again, miscommunication, and Western Nebraska will pick up the win 25-12 in the first set. There were 2 ties, 2 lead changes. We'll recap and be back. You're listening to Lady Cougars Volleyball on the voice of the Cougars, KOLT.
And in Nebraska football action, there's about 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Nebraska with a 17-0 lead over Illinois.
Again, getting caught up on everything since we joined in progress following the Huskers. I'll have first set totals coming up for you right after this. In that first set, Western Nebraska had Danny Cruz with 5 points, including an ace. Chanel Martinez had 1 with an error. Venya School 3 points and an error. And Kiana Gabriel had 6 points, total of 15, 2 errors, 1 ace. For Otero, Jaden Jenkins had 2 with an error. Savannah Everett had 1. Anna Hacker had 1. And Marcella Nolan had an error. So 4 points, 2 errors, no aces in that first set for the Otero Rattlers. Western Nebraska will be in the right-hand court here for the second set, leading it now 1-0. Again, if you missed it earlier, the standings in the South Sub-region as of last night, NJC's 5-0, Western Nebraska 3-1, Trinidad 3-2, McCook 1-3, Lamar 1-3, and Otero 0-4. Tonight, Lamar is at McCook, besides this Otero at Western Nebraska. In the north, LCCC and Casper tied at 4-0. Western Wyoming 3-1. Central Wyoming's 2-3. Eastern Wyoming 1-3. Northwest 1-4. Gillette 0-4. Tonight, Casper's at Eastern Wyoming. Western Wyoming at LCCC, and Northwest is at Gillette. So Western Nebraska trying to build a winning streak again after losing on Tuesday. They won last night. They lost in Cheyenne to LCCC, beat Trinidad last night, and now they are hosting Otero tonight. Next week, Western Nebraska will be at Casper on Tuesday. That will be a non-South Sub-region contest, and then we'll have Lamar on Friday the 13th. We'll have the Casper and Lamar matches for you here on KOLT. We're ready for Martinez to open serve. It's a cross. Players run together but control it well. Now Everett across. It's blocked back, covered by Conlon. Set it up to Everett again. She's blocked back, and it missed. It took the top of the tape, ran all the way over to the tower official, and fell out of bounds. So 1-0. Otero on top as they get the point. Now ready to serve, Haley Freed, who did not serve in that first set. Across with it to Charlie Blackman. Set up Zwoot. She's blocked back. It's 2-0. Otero on top. We had 2 ties, 2 lead changes in that first one. We were tied at 1 and 2, as to be expected early. That happens quite a bit. But tonight, this second set, Otero jumps out. Freed, open hand slap across. Blackman under it. Martinez sets near side. Zwoot gets the floor in a hurry on that one, and it's 2-1. Otero with the lead. So Western Nebraska up 1-0. They trail 2-1 early, and Charlie Blackman in, as we've seen lots of different players for both squads here in the early going of this. It's a best of 5, of course. First team to win 3 sets takes it. Sets you have to win by 2, and you play to 25. Blackman across with it, medium depth. Here's the short set into the middle, block back, kept alive by Western, but they were not able to get it across. And the point will go to Otero. 3-1. Otero with the early lead here in the second set. Now Anna Hacker, who had a point in the first set, back to serve. Hacker out of Brazil, a 6'3" freshman. 2 players from Brazil, 1 from Turkey on the Otero squad. Nice save by Blackman, and that'll be a kill by Maya Angelova, who just came in on the right side and scored, and it's 3-2. Otero with the lead. Side out. We'll have Tizer back to serve now for Western Nebraska. Tizer standing over on the left side. Puts it cross court. Not handled well by Valdez for Otero. Now a free ball across by Marino, and it falls. Gets in front of Tizer in the back row trying to come up. And Otero back to a 2-point lead, 4-2. Otero trailing after the first set, 25-12, but they're leading 4-2 with Everett to serve. Savannah Everett, a 6'3 sophomore out of Colorado Springs, stands on the right side. Trying to knot this thing up at a set apiece. Blackman underneath. Martinez right near the nest to School. She'll put it across, block back on the second hit by Otero. Set up, and there will be the kill by Zwoot. 4-3. After the side out, Otero with the lead. And trotting in will be Shea Hardy. Sophomore, one of the co-captains, along with Martinez, in to serve for the first time tonight. Hardy out of Windsor, Colorado. Puts it deep. Set right near the net. It's blocked back. Stays on the Otero side. They'll set it up. Try another swing. This one's deep. Blackman underneath. Here's the set, and Cruz will be dug deep. Far side now, Tanis Wetzel, and she'll get the kill. Out of Fowler, Colorado. Lots of Fowler players playing in the South between Otero and Trinidad, Lamar. Small school powerhouse in volleyball in Colorado. 5-3. Otero with the lead. Conlon to serve, looking for her first point. She serves for the first time. Blackman under it. Short set for Martinez. School puts it deep. It'll be in. 5-4. Western Nebraska crawls within one again. That's 7 consecutive side outs since Freed had gotten the point for Otero. Now Cruz tosses it up. Everett under it. Right near the net. Saved back. Freed puts it across. Hardy gets a hand on it. Cruz set it up to Zwoot. She'll roll it to the far side. And Otero, again with some misconnections there, can't get to it. And Western Nebraska with the point after Hacker couldn't get to it. It's 5-all, our first tie that we've had. Cruz to serve for the second time in this rotation. Tosses it high, puts it across. It's a good one. Nice save by Everett. Far side, it'll miss. The swing by Wetzel trying to go cross court was wild, and it's 6-5. Western Nebraska taking a lead. First lead change we've had after the first tie, which was at 5-all. Cruz. Oh, what a bunch of top spin on that one. It'll be an ace. Nobody could get to it for Otero, and it's 7-5. Western Nebraska. Cruz had the only ace in the first set. Now has the first one in the second set. 7-5, Western Nebraska leading. Another good one. Everett, an overpass. Tizer under it. Martinez across on the second. Conlon saves it for Otero. Set it up to Wetzel. She'll lollipop one across. Hardy sets Martinez. Now off to Blackman. It'll be blocked out of bounds. Western Nebraska with the point. So that'll be 4 points for Cruz this time. She had 5 in the first set as she put some runs together. That was something Western Nebraska lacked the other night in that sweep loss at LCCC, but last night they put some together, and again tonight getting some. There's the swing across, but not a lot on it by Marino. School puts a lot on it on the quick set, and the point makes it 9-5, Western Nebraska. Western Nebraska took the first set, 25-12. They were tied twice in that one, and second lead change at 3-2, and after that Western led all the way. Off the top of the net, it's a cross at the net. School wins the brief battle, but now it'll be set up. Martinez back set School, and she'll drill it home. 10-5. Western Nebraska with the lead. Tyrell Berry, the coach for Otero, took one timeout in that first set. Thought he might take one there. He was considering it, I think, but just yelled some instructions out to his team. Cruz ready to see if she can keep the streak going here. Nice one, Everett under it. Go to the far side, Wetzel across, diving save by Cruz. Martinez will set it up, Blackman blocked back, Tizer keeps it going. Now Blackman again, rolls it deep, Everett under it. Set goes to the far side, Wetzel again, it'll be blocked back, and Western Nebraska has the point. 11-5, Western Nebraska with the lead, and we will have timeout taken by Otero. Second set, 11-5, Western Nebraska. Western Nebraska's up 1-0 on the Wesco scoreboard.
We thank them all for their continued support of Cougar Athletics. Also, make sure to visit Buddy's Books and Bistros located on the east end upper level of the Cougar Palace. We're offering 25% off all apparel and gift items, and then we open tonight until 8:30.
Following the timeout, Cruz back to serve again. 11-5, Western Nebraska. Cruz, another difficult one. Wetzel handles this one. Set comes into the middle. Big swing, but it's dug off the Marino hit. Blackman puts it deep. Everett keeps it alive. Tumbling save. Conlon free balls it for Otero. Martinez sets near side. Blackman into the middle with it for the kill. Put it in that donut hole in the middle to make it 12-5 as the back row just a split second late getting there. And Western Nebraska controlling the second set now. 12-5, Western Nebraska. Cruz has served 8 points in a row. Another good one, Conlon under it, right near the net. It'll be set up onto the far side, put across by Wetzel. Martinez across with the dump on the second hit for the kill. 13-5, Western Nebraska. Western Nebraska leading 13-5. Took the first set, 25-12. Cruz to serve for what could be her 10th straight point. Cross to Conlon. Long run, set Wetzel left side, across through the block, kept alive by Martinez. Hardy brings it back into the middle, but it'll be Tizer free balling it, but she misses wide, and the point goes to Otero. 13-6. 9 points served by Cruz there. Now reporting in for Otero will be Olivia Romero, one of those Fowler natives, a 5'3" freshman. She was second team All-State last year in her senior year at Fowler. Set mistimed, so Blackman just free-balled it across. Here's the setup. Wetzel is blocked back by School. School, 35th in the country, averaging .98 blocks per set. Has an emphatic one there, and it's 14-6, Western Nebraska. And now School with the honors behind the service line. School deep with this one. Cross on the second. Hardy is there. Martinez across, tipped right back by Freed. Set it up to Blackman. She'll put it across. Diving save by Otero. Across on the second. Angelova puts it over. Otero ready. Back set. Dug deep by Cruz. Martinez sets Blackman. It's blocked back. Western keeps it alive. Now Cruz back at the 10-foot line. Deep to Conlon. Near side. kind of a misstep by Otero, but they get it across. Set Blackman. She'll get it off hand. Saved by Wetzel. Set up Wetzel. She'll put it deep. Cruz underneath. Martinez short set in the middle. Angelova a little off on her timing. Put it across, but that was it. Here's School underneath. Martinez sets near side. Blackman goes to the far side. It's kept alive. Long rally here by Otero and Western Nebraska. Martinez dumps it across, but it'll be saved by Romero. Now the block back. Western Nebraska finally has the point after a lengthy rally. That makes it 15-6. School got the point there, and we went a long time in between any sets. Western Nebraska leading it 15-6. Barely across with that one. School set into the middle, punched across by Romero. Martinez across, wins the battle at the net against Freed momentarily. It'll be a cross by Otero. Martinez sets up Blackman, and she'll put it through a double block. Point, Western Nebraska. 16-6, Western Nebraska on top. We've got a timeout. 16-6 in the second. Western Nebraska's up 1-0 on the Wesco scoreboard. Ben, the NJC announcer, told me there are some high schools in the Sterling area that are better than Otero. Following the timeout by Western Nebraska that time, School will be back to serve. Western Nebraska leading it 16-6. Cruz, Hardy, School who's serving, Martinez, Blackman, and Angelova in for Western Nebraska. 16-6, Western Nebraska in the second. School has permission from the official. Here's the serve. Barely across, diving save. Otero will have to free ball this one. Hardy. Martinez sets Angelova. It's blocked back by Freed. Point to Otero. 16-7 as the side out gives the point to Otero. Reporting in now will be Madison Valdez to serve. Valdez out of Dulce, New Mexico, 5'3" freshman. Puts it across. Right at the net. Nice save by Martinez. Blackman with a big swing. It's blocked back. Blackman will try again. Conlon under it for Otero. At the net, Blackman and Angelova combine on the block, and it's a point, Western Nebraska. 17-7. Western Nebraska with the lead. Martinez, who had side out the first time, back to serve for Western Nebraska. Zwoot back in the front line along with Blackman and Angelova. Martinez, nice one across. Underneath was Romero. Set it up and a miss hit, and it'll be Western Nebraska getting the point. 18-7, Western Nebraska. Western Nebraska up 1-0. They're 12-12, but more importantly, 3-1 in the South Sub-region. That determines postseason seeding. Martinez, medium depth on that one. Back set, Freed puts it across, Angelova under it. Martinez back set, Zwoot deep with it, tumbling save by Valdez. Set up Everett, and she'll put it through a double block. Point, Otero. 18-8, Western Nebraska leading it. Freed will be serving. Freed out of Peoria, Arizona. The one Arizonian on the team, also one from Alaska, 4 from New Mexico, 8 from Colorado, and as I mentioned earlier, 2 from Brazil, 1 from Turkey for Otero. Barely clears the net. Blackman under it. Nobody gets to it in time. Martinez goes tumbling, trying to keep it alive. And it'll be a point to Otero, 18-9. Freed with her first point. Stands over on the left side, trying to rally her team back in this one. This one will miss to the side. The error will make it 19-9, Western Nebraska. Now Blackman to serve. Blackman jumps deep with it to Valdez. Nice set, but the swing is wide by Custodio. I'll get that right yet. Haven't called her very much tonight. And Custodio coming in averaged 1.8 kills. 20-9, Western Nebraska. Blackman to serve again. Zwoot will come out, and we're going to see Carly Pazanka, the hometown girl basically. Gering High grad, 6-foot freshman in. Blackman deep with it. It was touched. It would have been out, but Romero instinctively put a hand out. It'll be an ace for Blackman and makes it 21-9, Western Nebraska. Blackman ready to go again. This one will be long, and Romero stays away from it. So the error makes it 21-10. Western Nebraska leading Otero in the second set after taking the first, 25-12. Now Hacker will be serving. Hacker is side out earlier. She did have a point in the first set. Hacker jumps, puts it deep. Blackman under it. Martinez sets near side. Pazanka mishits it into the net. And it's a point to Otero, 21-11. 21-11, Western Nebraska in the second. Play in Casper on Tuesday, host Lamar Friday. We'll have both of those on KOLT for you. Nice one across Tizer, good save, short set in the middle. Angelova across, diving save, and it's across and down by Custodio. That makes it 21-12. Western Nebraska's given up a couple of points in a row here with Hacker serving. 21-12 after Western Nebraska won 25-12 in the first set. Hacker ready to go. Puts it across. Tizer under it. Martinez will set near side to Cruz, and that ends that one in short order. 22-12 as Western Nebraska gets the point. Let's see, Tizer will be serving. Taylor Tizer, the freshman out of Laramie. Side out the first time, still looking for her first service point here in this match. Puts it deep, it's an ace. Wasn't handled well, long run for the setter. Hacker to try and get there, couldn't, and it's 23-12, Western Nebraska. Tizer to serve again. Stands on the left side. Saw her parents in the stands earlier. They're in attendance tonight. This one hits the top of the tape and falls back. Error makes it 23-13. Western Nebraska, double-digit lead as Everett goes back to serve for Otero. Everett with a side out earlier. Did have 1 point in the first set. Line drive deep, Blackman under it. Martinez sets School, block back, Tizer diving save. Martinez sets Cruz near side, off hands for the point, and it's set point. Western Nebraska leads 24-12. And it'll be Pazanka to serve for the first time in the season. So the Gering High grad floats it deep. Conlon under it. It'll fall. Nobody gets there. So it'll count as an ace for Pazanka and make it 25-13 after a 25-12 victory in the first one. We had only the one tie and one lead change in that second set. So Western Nebraska up 2-0 on the Wesco scoreboard.
minutes left in the second quarter. Nebraska with a 17-7 lead.
Western Nebraska jumps up 2-0 right now in this match, basically on the serving of Danny Cruz. My gosh, she had 9 points in a row, including an ace in the set. She now has 14 points total. Let's look at Western Nebraska first. Cruz 9 with an ace. Tizer 1 with an ace and an error. Martinez had a point. School had 2. Charlie Blackman 2 with an ace and an error. And Carly Pazanka with 1 on an ace. So 16 points in this set after 15 in the first set for Western Nebraska. And they ended up with 4 aces compared to 2 errors in that set. And for Otero, Hacker had 2 points. Freed had 2 along with an error. So 4 points, 1 error, no aces after 2 sets. Otero has a total of 8 service points. So Western Nebraska's done a good job of dominating in that particular set. Western Nebraska 12-12 on the year. Otero 6-16. Otero's 0-4 in the sub-region. Western Nebraska is now 3-1 following last night's victory, as Western Nebraska swept Trinidad all by a 25-21 score. Otero will be in the right-hand court as we view action here. First serves brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza, 2801 Avenue B in Scotts Bluff. Right now you can get the Jacko Pizza for only $10 at Papa Murphy's, 2801 Avenue B in Scotts Bluff. When we give you the stats, they're courtesy of Dr. Levi Bolin at Advantage Chiropractic in Scotts Bluff, treating all of your chiropractic needs from newborn to 100 years old. Call today for an appointment. Start to get back to better health at Advantage Chiropractic, 633-1425. Getting ready to serve for Otero will be Denise Wetzel. This will be the first time we've seen her serve, as I've been told they would vary their lineup quite a bit, and we've seen just about everybody in every combination for Otero. Western Nebraska playing, I think, everybody that's suited tonight also. Here's Wetzel, puts it across deep, Hardy under it. Martinez short set in the middle, that's Grady off hands, kept alive by Conlon. Now Everett across with it. Western keeps it alive. It'll be rolled into the middle by Blackman. Tumbling save by Otero. Back set. And the kill because it was touched. Custodio will get the kill and make it 1-0. Otero on top. Bewley is the libero here in the third set. Tizer had been in the first 2. They reversed those roles. Did that also on Tuesday night in Cheyenne. Wetzel across with it. Gabriel under it, set Blackman. Blackman across with it. It was into the net by Everett, but nobody else could play it out. Bizek trying for Otero, but we're tied at 1 apiece. So Martinez to serve now to see if she can get the lead for Western Nebraska and see if they can hold it and end up with a sweep. Western Nebraska is 4-7 on sweeps this year. Otero is 3-10. There's an ace by Martinez, and Western Nebraska takes their first lead here in the third set. It's 2-1, Western Nebraska. Martinez across with it, deep again to Romero. Set it to Everett. She has to put it high over the block. Martinez back set, Zwoot, she's blocked. That'll be Everett combining with Custodio for the block. We're tied at 2. So Conlon, no, it will not be. Conlon had gone back to serve, but she'll come out now, and it'll be Custodio to serve. Custodio stands over on the left side, puts it across. It was a good one. Not handled well. Bewley will set it up nicely, however. Zwoot gets it across and down. It hit the top of the net and then fell much quicker than Otero was anticipating. And Western Nebraska has the lead back at 3-2. And now Charlie Blackman. Blackman, the sophomore out of New Zealand. Puts it deep. It'll be Everett putting it on across. That was a good one. Everett back at about the 10-foot line. Couldn't really spike it, but had some velocity on it and got it down for the point to tie it at 3. So side outs, give it back to Otero on the serve, and they're going to sub at least one, if not 2 people in here, and we'll see which one goes back to serve. Looks like Lila Marino, another of those Fowler High grads in, a 6'1" freshman. And also waiting is Mia Mali, sophomore out of Albuquerque, who's been in earlier. Floor official over checking the lineup. That brings assistant coach Sean Hergenrader over for Western Nebraska to check in. You know, for almost 40 years, the name Scottsbluff Body and Paint has meant excellence. Count on them to get you back on the road as good as new. And Intralinks, supporting computer systems in the Panhandle for over 20 years. With the team at Intralinks, technology isn't an obstacle, it's an opportunity. For more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Together, we'll go far. After the subs for Otero will report, floor official checking with assistant coach Sean Hergenrader as to the rotation for Western Nebraska. That's why we've got the delay here. Contact Jennifer Urdialis, your local 5-star lender with Castle & Cook Mortgage, for a simple, friendly, and fast loan process for your home purchase or refinance. Contact Jennifer. Castle & Cook Mortgage, the key to your castle. And Team Auto Center, home of the lifetime warranty on every new vehicle from Team Auto, is helping to bring you the broadcast, as is Trend Systems. It's a sweet haul in this sweet community. And Highway 92 Pit Stop, we welcome them in as a new advertiser for us. Melbita's gas station and convenience store. They're ready to serve you. Well, we'll hopefully have the bookkeeping taken care of here shortly. A brief delay as we're tied at 3 in the third set. Western Nebraska took the first 2, 25-12 and 25-13 over Otero. And they are going to get the subs in now for Otero, and we'll finally see who goes back to serve. Looks like it'll be Mia Mali who will be serving. So Mali, sophomore out of Albuquerque, to see if she can give the lead back to Otero. They led 1-0, then Western Nebraska 3-2. We're currently tied at 3. Barely across with it. It was a good one. Free ball by Bewley. Here's the attack by Otero. Set comes into the middle, put across by Marino, tapped back down by Western Nebraska. So 4-3, Western Nebraska gets the side out and regains the lead. And we're going to see Megan Bewley, the sophomore from Scottsbluff High, back to serve. 4-3, Western Nebraska. Valdez under it. Mali sets it up. Everett goes far side. Blackman under it. Set back to Blackman. She'll take it deep. Valdez can't handle it. Trying to run back almost behind the basketball goal was Conlon. Couldn't make contact with it there. And Western Nebraska has a 5-3 lead. We're in the third set. Western Nebraska trying to end this one and get an early start on their weekend. Bewley ready to serve again. It hits the top of the net, comes across, kept alive by Mali. Here's Everett just punching it across. Martinez short set in the middle. That's Angelova who will get the kill. Angelova doesn't get many kills. She's in there more for defense. Averages almost a block per set. Gets one there, and it's 6-3. Western Nebraska leading. Bewley, this one across with a little more margin. Everett in the middle. Martinez, tumbling save. Bewley gives it to Zwoot. She'll put it deep, but Valdez is there. Short set, and it's through the hands off the swing by Lila Marino, and the kill for Otero makes it 6-4. Western Nebraska with the lead. Now back will be Everett to serve for Otero. Again, a lot of matches starting to heat up here in the sub-region tonight. Also, Lamar's at McCook. Everett line drives it across. Martinez saves it back in. It'll be put across on the left hand by Blackman. It got through the double block. Western Nebraska has the point. It's 7-4. Next Tuesday, McCook is at NJC in a South Sub-Region match. Western Nebraska at Casper. That one won't be in the South Sub-Region, just a regular season contest. Here's Hardy to serve for Western Nebraska. Conlon under it, back of the 10-foot line. Everett tips it across, tumbling save by Bewley, and now the kill by Blackman as she gets it through a double block. That makes it 8-4. Western Nebraska with the lead. And we're going to have a sub. Jaden Jenkins will come back in for Otero. 8-4, Western Nebraska leading. Hardy puts it across hard. It'll be an ace. Everett got a hand on it, but that was it. 9-4, Western Nebraska. Hardy with her second point in this set. First point she scored tonight. Back deep again, not handled well by Jenkins. Conlon brings it in. Free ball across by Wetzel. Long run for Martinez. She'll set Blackman off hands. Everett under it deep. Near side Wetzel. She'll miss coming down the left line. It's out, and Western Nebraska has the point. That'll make it 10-4, and Hardy has now scored 3 points in a row. Has an ace. That was her 11th of the season. Conlon under it, short set in the middle across, but kept alive by Angelova. Across on the second by Martinez, and the dump shot for the kill makes it 11-4. Western Nebraska up 11-4 after winning 25-12 and 25-13 in the first two sets. Hardy, Everett, diving save. Into the middle, that's Marino across, but Western keeps it alive. There's Blackman. It misses long, however. Everett dove for it, then saw it would be out, pulled her hand away, and the point goes to Otero. 11-5, Western Nebraska. But serving will be Conlon for Otero. Conlon, flat-footed serve across. Hardy under it. Set Blackman again, puts it into the middle. Wetzel is there. Set up back to Wetzel. She just has to put that one across. Nothing on it. Now Western the same thing. Blackman with a free ball over. Set comes into the middle. That'll be Custodio, blocked back. Now Marino, she's blocked out of bounds. Otero gets the point. 11-6. Conlon to serve. Has her first service point. Open hand slap goes deep to Hardy. Short set into the middle. Angelova across with it. Conlon under it. Set it near side Wetzel. She'll take it down the line, but it misses. Western Nebraska gets the point on side out. Leads it 12-6. Blackman to serve. Blackman jumps it deep. Wetzel under it. Short set in the middle. Timing off there. It's just punched across by Custodio. Now it'll be blistered down by Gabriel. Gabriel had a lot of heat on that one, and it's 13-6. Blackman, her first service point in this set. Jumps, puts it deep to Everett. Conlon sets near side Wetzel, across with it. Hardy gets under it. Bewley, now it'll be a free ball by Hardy. Hardy goes deep with it to Everett. Short set comes into the middle, and it'll be down by Custodio. 13-7 as the point goes Otero's direction. And coming in to serve will be Olivia Romero. Romero, 5'3" freshman out of Fowler, Colorado. One of 3 Fowler High grads on this team for Otero. Again, floor official checking lineups. He says we're good to go. And Romero puts it down the line to Blackman. Martinez, short set in the middle. Gabriel finds the back line for the point, and it's 14-7. Western Nebraska gets side out, and we're going to see Angelova back to serve. Rare appearance for her. Angelova hardly ever serves. Back there to try it out here. Conlon under it. Long run. It'll have to be a free ball across. Well played by Otero, going cross court on one over her head, and the kill to Custodio. 14-8 as Otero gets the point. Now Wetzel to serve. Otero 6-16 on the year, as we said, 0-4 in the South Sub-region. Denise Wetzel stands in the center of the court and misses long. Blackman gets out of the way in time. Error will make it 15-8, Western Nebraska. Now Martinez, who had an ace last time, then a side out. Back to serve for Western Nebraska, trying to end this one early if they can. Underneath was Valdez, right at the net, and it was untouched by Otero, as Everett would have been into the net. Western Nebraska had 2 up to block or put it down if it came down on their side, but it was on the Otero side. Point Western Nebraska, makes it 16-8. Western Nebraska serving. Martinez across with it. Valdez under it. Set Everett. It's blocked back out of bounds. Point Otero. 16-9. Western Nebraska with the lead. And getting ready will be Custodio to serve. Custodio, the 5'5" freshman out of Albuquerque. Stands to the left-hand side to serve. Hops, puts it across to Blackman. Martinez, short set in the middle, pounded by Grady, but it's saved by Otero, put across on the second. Western keeps it alive, and now Desaya Christopher back in, gets the kill. Christopher has not played a lot this year, had a couple of good-looking swings in this one, and it's 17-9. Gabriel to serve. She already has 6 points in the first set, didn't have any in the second, but that was the one where Danny Cruz exploded for 9 service points for Western Nebraska. Again, I think we had substitution coming in, so a brief halt. Now the official says go ahead, and Cruz launches. Cross to Romero. Back set. Jenkins into the net. Western Nebraska with the point, leading it 18-9. And we're going to see Hacker come back in. She replaces Bisek. And Gabriel for her second serve in this rotation. But this one's into the net. Error makes it 18-10. Western Nebraska, comfortable lead, you would think, but stranger things have happened. Hacker will be serving for Otero. Hacker standing just right of center. She'll jump, puts it across, a good one. Gabriel diving save. Here's the set, across by Eastman, dug by Otero. Everett puts it across, but we're going to have a violation as that time Hacker, saving it, went under the net and slid over a good 2 or 3 feet onto the western side. So the violation makes it 19-10, Western Nebraska. Now Bewley to serve. Bewley had a couple of points earlier in this set, across to Everett. Give it back to Everett. She'll put it deep. Martinez under it. Bewley will set far side. Eastman off hands. Kept alive by Otero. Now Conlon back at the 10-foot line, puts it across. Gabriel under it. Short set in the middle. Angelova dug deep by Otero. Now at the net, across. Good swing there by Marino off hands. Western keeps it alive, and it's tipped across by Desaya Christopher for the kill. That makes it 20-10, Western Nebraska. And we're going to see Marcella Nolan back in, a freshman out of Brazil, for Otero. Nope, they're going to go the other way and say it was a point for Otero. So 19-11. Across on the second by Christopher. Otero ready for it. Set it up to Nolan, but Bewley is under it to set it to Eastman again. Blocked back. Angelova keeps it alive. Christopher near side misses, trying to take it down the line, and it's 19-12. Otero with the point. Everett serving. Got her first point of this set. Second point of the match. Everett glances at the coach for instructions. Puts it across. That'll be an ace. Gabriel couldn't handle that one. The ace makes it 19-13. Western Nebraska with the lead, but Everett trying to bring them back into this thing. Obviously not giving up. Everett deep with it. It misses long. That'll make it 20-13 on the service error. And let's see, coming in will be Hardy to serve. Hardy, 4 points and an ace last time back there. Good serve, kept alive by Otero, but this one will be slapped along by Nolan. Western Nebraska leads it 21-13. 21-13, 4 points from a sweep for Western Nebraska. Hardy deep with it to Conlon. Set, put across by Nolan, but couldn't put a lot on it as she didn't want to run into the net. Martinez has to free ball this one, however. Here's the short set in the middle. Across, but out by Jaden Jenkins. And Western Nebraska leads it 22-13. Hardy with now half a dozen service points in this set. Each set, Western Nebraska's had 1 or 2 people that have had a lot of points. Near ace, it is saved back in. Ball across, here's the attack, and Martinez with the kill on the second hit. 23-13, Western Nebraska. And we're going to have timeout taken by Otero. It's 23-13 in the third. Western Nebraska up 2-0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Make sure to mark your calendars down for more Lady Cougar volleyball action.
Timeout taken by Otero. 23-13 Western Nebraska. Viera Wireless with hometown roots and global reach. Viera Wireless in Scotts Bluff, one of our sponsors of the broadcast. Hardy following the timeout, back to see if she can get the final 2 points here and end this one early. Hardy with 7 service points in this set. This one sails long, however, and it's 23-14. And we're going to see Conlon to serve now for Otero, trailing 23-14, down 2 sets to none. Western Nebraska on serve receive. This one misses long. Back-to-back errors. And here is set and match point for Western Nebraska. And it'll be Tamika Eastman who will be back to serve. Freshman out of Harrison, across with it to Conlon. Long run. It'll be a free ball by Otero. Across by Nolan. Here's the set, near side, put down the line by Pazanka, but it's kept alive by Otero. Hardy back set again. Pazanka across court. Otero keeps it alive again, blocked back. Otero will free ball this one deep. Long rally going here. Back set. Pazanka deep with it. Tumbling save by Everett. Put it in the middle. Rolled across by Custodio. Here is Gabriel deep with it. Conlon under it. Set up near side. Nolan. And it's into the net. So that ends it at 25-14. Little symmetry, 25-12, 25-13, 25-14. We had 3 ties, 1 lead change in that third set. Ties were at 1, 2, and 3. And Western Nebraska improves to 13-12. Otero falls to 6-17. We'll get the numbers together for you on the Runza postgame show.
That game is scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. Mark your calendars now for more Lady Cougar volleyball action. Plus the big thing is here this evening, just a reminder that when players and coaches on the floor after the game, we appreciate your cooperation. Please travel safely. Have a great weekend. Until next time, take care.